Right then, hello, welcome to part 3 of this mad old Speci session that I'm on at the moment. If you weren't here for the first two, well, go back and watch them. Stop now, go back and watch them, because I'm not explaining everything again. But in very, very brief, if you really are going to be, some mad person, you're not going to watch the first two, then what I'm doing is I'm down here for 8 nights on Old Speci, while my family were in Corfu, and yeah, I've had 50 fish out, and that was the end of part 2, was the 50th fish, and it's now coming up to the evening it's 8 o'clock on, lost track of days, Friday, and I'm here till Monday evening, and I've been here since last Sunday night. So yeah, I've been here a while, I've still got a while to go, and I'm on the liquid baits, honey boilies, one down in the margin to my right by some lilies, and one sort of cross to a tree line on the far bank, sort of over, where am I going? There-ish, over there. So yeah, it's pretty simple at the moment. 4 doubles, 3 mirrors, and 50 fish, 50 carp. So yeah, just had my supper, 2 burgers and a Foster's, feeling pretty good. So let's get a few fish. And really, if you haven't watched the first 2 parts, go back and watch them now, because this won't make very much sense. Here we are. Turn the radio off. We've got some nature watch going on here. Oh god, radio's fallen over, but if we are very quiet. In here, I've just spotted. Look at that! And off he goes again. CC More nutty spod mix did for him. How cool's that? Off he goes again, he'll be back though. Right then, light's just fading now. It's only 9:15, but I'm already in bed. Shows you the sort of energy levels I've got left after. I think this is my 7th night in the bed chair, if you include the YouTube match in a row. 6th night down here at Wylands, and I've still got tonight. No, yeah, I've still got Saturday night and Sunday night, so I've still got 2 more nights after this one. So I'm just getting some sleep. I've got a hot beverage, got the radio, and yeah, drift off. If I catch any fish in the night, I'll probably just photograph them rather than show them to you on the camera, because as I told you in part 2 and part 1, my head torch is broken, so filming them is going to be difficult, so I'll just take some pics unless they're a double, and if they're a double I'll get the old lantern out and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I'm going to get myself a bit of sleep, and I shall see you in the morning. Right then, £11 and 7 ounces, another long common. It's going to be fresh as one. I caught it about 5 o'clock this morning, it's now about 6:30. I've been waiting until the light comes so I can film it. This is the 4th of 4 fish last night. I had a little common, so it was getting dark, didn't want to film or photograph it, couldn't be bothered, about £7. And last night I had a couple, like one on each rod, pretty much double hook up about 4 o'clock this morning. A little mirror and a little common. And then this one's gone away on the left hand rod this morning about 5 o'clock. So, I'd love to show you it, but there's the problem with slinging fish, is that they get their energy back. There we are, £11 and 7 ounces. I think that's the 5th double of the trip. Yeah, 110, 2 11s, 2 12s. There's a run over there. Right, let's get the rods back out. Nice one. £8 1 ounce. Right hand rod, just after breakfast. Let's get him back. Number 55. Yeah, 55. Right, it's coming up to the heat in the middle of the day again. Coming up towards 12 o'clock. I'm trying to show you more what I'm doing here, to be honest, because all I'm doing at the moment is just showing you fish. Must be getting a bit boring, but I promise you that's all I can do at the moment. Things have quietened down though because, well, there's a lot of people here now. It's to be expected though. Saturday morning. A few people did Friday night. We got 3-4 bivvies there. We got one there. And then we've got down this bank, we've got, I think, 3 and one over there as well. So there's got to be well over 20 lines going into the water now, and it's just quietened everything off. But in the nicest way, I'm hoping some of those people push off tonight. I can get back to my corner, because the carp will just be in the channels now, hiding in amongst the reed beds. They don't want to go out, and there's 20 plus lines in the water. And I'm in a bit of a sorry position here because I'm furthest away from the channels, so you know, I'm just waiting till one of the routes from the channels to my swim gets unblocked, and then hopefully it'll pick up again. But I'm happy to sit down and have a little rest for now. Yeah, I'm still on the liquid baits honey, which I'm slowly running out of. Then I got just a couple more boilies. I've got about a handful of pellet left. I'm just going to move on to the Tesco mixed veg soon, because I really have got nothing left. And yeah, just both rods in the margin on those rigs I showed you in parts 1 and parts 2. So yeah, pretty simple, really easy. Just trying to show you here that if you get your tactics right down here on Odds Best, you use some good bait, some good rigs, some good, well, just good bit of watercraft, really picking the spots and being a bit quiet, and it really is not a hard lake at all. And I've 55 fish out now, and I've still got 2 nights left. I've got a few mates coming down tonight though, so it should be a bit nicer. If we get a few bevies on, and yeah, I'm just going a little tidy up now, because as you'd imagine, after 6 nights and 7 days down here, everything's getting a bit messy. Remember, this is actually my 8th day, 7th. I've done 7 nights and 8 days now on the trot, if you include the YouTube match. So my stamina is really draining. Every little fish is like another sap on the energy. So I think I may have to go and have a lie down in the shade in a bit. But there is your morning update. Oh, I ran away. Some little creature has eaten a spider here. It's amazing. Where's the spider? There he is. The little... that fella. I can't find him. There he is, that fella. He's eating a bloody spider. Just saw him. How's he done that? He's half the size. There he goes. Look. Amazing. He was dragging him a minute ago, I swear on my life. Maybe he's given up. I'm going to retreat from this phantom bug. one more, about 4 or 5 pound. Left hand rod again. Stormed off a really good fight. Pretty simple. I'm surprised I'm still catching it. 25 degrees plus it. Mental. But that was on the shady spot, so yeah. Nice little fish. Quite interestingly, brought it in the landing net. Here's my rig. And then he's coughed up a whole boilie and a load of little like munched ones as well. So he's clearly just been going over the baits I've thrown out. 1, 2, 3, and then bang, he's looked for something. But there we are. Right, let's get him back. Right then, no, it's not evening, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and as you may be able to hear, my second thunderstorm of the trip is on us. So I'm going to sit down, get the kettle on and hide inside. Brought everything in by the bait, and actually that's a good idea, I need to put the lid on the bait. But it was forecast a thunderstorm and the spots of rain are just starting to come down now. I'm going to get inside. The thunder is really quite ominous in here. Pretty loud. I suppose that's what you get for having about 40 days and 40 nights with no rain. Hope we don't go all Noah's Ark here and start floating away though, because you know, I don't really fancy that. Mental. Always wondered about buying a bivvy. I think this may be a push in the right direction, really. Right then, monsoon over for now. Don't know if it's forecast to come back, but the sun's coming out again and the rods are just repositioning them both. Running very low on boilies and pellets now. I had actually moved over to the Tesco mixed veg, which is corn but laced with carrot and green bean and peas, and well, I reckon the carp would have loved it, but thankfully a couple of really nice lads, Elliot and Hamish, KentCoarseKid fans, have come around and sorted me out with a couple of tins of sweet corn, so I'll feed those over the top of the boilies and pellet, and probably by tomorrow, of course I've got 48 hours left, probably by tomorrow I'll be on the sweet corn. So cheers lads, and yeah, let's get some more bait out. I reckon they'll probably be feeding after a rainstorm like that. We haven't had, well obviously we had that one thunderstorm earlier this week that I was here for, and they fed well during that. No bites during this one, but high oxygen in the water after that, and I'm hoping that we're going to get a couple of bites. Right then, and another left hand rod this time. Been a bit slow today, but after that thunderstorm, got one out. 12 pound 15 ounces. Nice chunky common. 6 double. Get a couple of pictures and get him back. That was on the liquid baits honey again. Easy peasy really. On that little shady spot under the tree. Magical sheep of wisdom. Yeah, good tip, mate. Cheers. Right then, as you might be able to hear and see by my hair, it's still raining. Raining on and off pretty hard. Since you last see me, something is in my bivvy. It looks like a little tiny frog, but I don't think it is. Let's see actually. It is, it's the world's tiniest frog. Oh, I really want to get him on camera. Can we track him? There he is. World's smallest frog. Ha-ha. Right, after a bit of nature watch there, as I told you, and as you saw by that sodden frog, it's still raining. Since you last seen me, I had 5 runs, I think. Yeah, 3 on the left, 2 on the right hand rod, and I've landed 1, which is a little £3 mirror on the right hand rod. Basically the hooks have gone blunt. To be fair to the they're fox hooks, but to be fair, they've been out for a long time. Might change one of them last night actually, but basically the rigs are too blunt now. I've run out of hooks, run out of shrink tube, I've run out of swivels, so I can't even tie up any more rigs, which is a bit of a nightmare. Leo's coming down early doors tomorrow with a refill of hooks and shrink tube and a few other bits so I can actually make some rigs up, but until then it's coming up towards 6:30 now on Saturday evening. And yeah, I've got 2 on Monday afternoon, so I'm still here for a little while. I'm on 58 fish, and yeah, I just wish I could show you a bit more, to be honest. It's been sort of just fish and rain really at the moment, but well, I suppose that little frog was a welcome break. I'll try and show you rigs tomorrow when I tie up some new ones, but yeah, we'll have to see. So I'm just going to stay in the dry and put some burgers on. I spotted my mate Mr. Frog again. A sneaky blighter. Having a little wander around on top of the tent. Look at that. I thought juvenile frogs were just tadpoles. Look at that, that's so cool. Bloody nightmare. Soaking in the porch here. And the inside bit is alright actually. You hear the thunder? I can see the lightning through there. It's an absolute nightmare. Well, that's carp fishing, isn't it? I love it. So let's have some burgers. What the hell? Like a mountain falling over. Where one of the rods goes. Look at that. Cheered me up a little, but what in the hell? Right, I'm not ashamed to admit that having been here, this will be my 7th night. I've reeled the rods in. I don't want any more trouble, but very, very weirdly I went out to reel the rods in. Left hand rod, the alarm had broken because of the rain. I think it's done it a couple of times. It just needs to dry off and it'll be fine. But I saw the angle of the line was nowhere near where it started, and I picked up the rod and it was in a reed bed, and weed bed rather than reeds, and slowly out this weed came a fish, and I was like, oh Christ, how long has this been on for? I played it into the net and it was the smallest fish of the session, little £2 common. It's taken me to 59 carp, one more for 60, and I think I'll save number 60 till tomorrow because it is mad out there. Christ, I just want to get I'm sure you're fed up of seeing in the tent shots here, but Christ, I just want to get my head down and avoid all this and maybe have a bit of a tidy up. Right then, it's when is it? 8:45, something like that, in the morning. I still haven't put the rods back out. I'm absolutely knackered, but I'm sure that's to be expected. Leo's coming down in about half an hour with fresh hooks, and I think I'll put the rods back out then. I'm on 59 fish. I want to reach 60 in style, not lose a few fish before it, so I think I'll just wait for that. I'll put some breakfast on in a bit. I know I've only got another
36 hours or so of this 192-hour session still to go. So yeah, I had to move everything. I literally mean everything inside the main bit last night because the porch started to flood. But it stopped raining about 2 in the morning, and then it was just windy, and like the porch blew away for a bit. I had to go outside and reset it. So I've had a bit of a nightmare last night, but it stopped raining and it's forecast. I looked at the forecast. It's forecast to be a bit drizzly here and there for the rest of the session, but not too bad. Not like last night. So yeah, I'll get the rods out again in half an hour or so. Before then, I think I'll have some porridge.
Right, I did lie. The second I got out of bed and saw the sorry looking rods not out, I thought they've got to be put out into the lake. So same spots. Oh god, it's the left hand rod knocking. Baiting wise, at the moment I'm on I've got about 10 boilies left over, so I'm saving them for hook baits. I'm throwing out around it sweet corn, which is one of the very few baits I've actually got left, and some soggy pellets. And what's the tripod up to? There we are, sweet corn and some soggy pellets around the hook baits, and well, we'll see if we can get number 60 before the new rigs comes along. Unfortunately, we haven't got any more bait coming along because Leo didn't have time to make it. He's working, he's off to Spain, so yeah, just some more rigs and we'll keep going with the soggy pellets and the sweet corn approach. Probably switch to a sweet corn hook bait soon as well. But I'm knocking everything. Uh-oh. Banana and strawberry and blackberry and apple. Right. Come on. You saw I was making porridge there and a few bleeps came along, thought nothing of it. Shut the camera off and about 5 seconds later left hand rod peels away. Number 60. 5 or 6 pound common. Sort of pretty average stamp of fish for this lake, but yeah, I suppose it's an apt way to get to 60. Can't even see me. There I am. And there's my fish. That's before the new hooks even arrived. Leo should be here any minute. But to be fair to the blunted hook, it's actually nailed bottom lip, so yeah, not too bothered about that. Right then, let's wait till Leo gets here, get some porridge on and get some more hooks. But there we are, 60 carp. We got delivery from St. German Claws. Sweet. New rigs. And number 61. And the new rigs this time absolutely nailed left hand rod. So I'm very pleased about that. It's quite a funny one, this one actually. Because, well, I'll show you this side first. If it'll let me. On this side here, he's absolutely 100% a common carp of about, I don't know, 4 or 5 pound. And on the other side, turn around, the scaling up near his top actually looks a bit like a fully scaled mirror. But I guess that's just odd scaling, probably just a common. Well, that's pretty cool. And yeah, new rig's working. I've run out of honey boilies, so that was on a honey dumbbell. And I got one of those left, so soon to be onto the corn. But there we are, number 61. Let's get him back. Right then, both rods out again, both on the honey dumbbell. Usual spots, like I'm just getting into a bit of a repetitive motion here, sticking the baits on the spots, going around, putting a bit of bait in, coming back, put the kettle and the radio on, but it's not bad I suppose. One difference in today is that I'm sure you can see on the surface of the water there's a bit of a chop on. Thankfully it's a southwesterly, blowing right down into this corner. So that's one of the reasons I chose this corner when I set up. I knew it's the southwesterly corner, or it's the corner the southwesterly blows into. So that's pretty good. So it's a nice warm breeze, and yeah, knock on the left hand rod, maybe in the window. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, but it's hard at the moment really. You saw the rigs in part 2, they're just leg clips, 8-inch braid, quarter safe zone, anti-tangle sleeves, fox armours, SSBPs with little bits of shrink tubing for kicking the hook and changing the angle, and then just liquid based boilies, and it's been very easy down here. If you pick the right spots and stuff, it really isn't too hard. Right, enough of me waffling on, let's get the kettle on. That'd be nice. And another. They love these honey dumbbells. £7 on the nose. Nice mirror. Oh, come on. Didn't pile much of a scrap, this one actually. There we are. There's not many mirrors in here. It's got to be my 6th or 7th mirror out of 62, 63 fish, so nice to have another. I'll show you the other side. I think there's no real point showing the other side with commons, but mirrors. Nice moon scales there. And a line across his top, lateral line. Nice little fish actually. Let's get back. I'll try and get some runs on camera for you. It's running out of battery and footage and everything, so there we are. Left hand rod actually. 3 in a row on the left. Someone doing some floater fishing left, and all manner of birds are moved in. Ah, left hand rod again. I think I actually managed to get some of the fight on camera there. Oh, slippery bastard. 5 or 6 pound common. Again. This lake's just so hit and miss with the big fish. You can't really target them. It's just, when you get them, you'll get them. And when you get these guys, well, they give you a fantastic run and get your heart rate going. So, well, there you are. Nice, have a little common. Fish number 63. Let's get him back.
Right, just had another one I didn't show you. Left-hand rod again. Left-hand rod seems to be the one going off at the moment. I think that's because it's out of the way of people, really, and it's sort of in the little shady spot over there. There's no one on the far bank, round the corner, and yeah, I was picking up a few fish. I'm on my last 2 honey dumbbells, so I'm gonna have to move on to corn after that. Like when the next honey dumbbell's so mangled I can't throw it back out again, it's onto the corn. So yeah, it's 31 fish on each rod so far, which is always pleasing in a session when both your rods are catching. But 31 fish each, getting a bit tense now. That's obviously, yeah, 31 fish is 62, and then I've had 2 off the top, so 64 now. So yeah, we'll have to see which rod produces as a fish crashes out in the lake again. They've been doing a lot of crashing. I think it's because they've been feeding a fair bit, to be honest. But yeah, it's coming up towards lunchtime. Need to go and get camera battery charged, phone charged, and I've now got 26 hours left to my session of this mad odyssey. So let's have a few more. I want to get to 70 at least. Right then, another. It's taken a little while for this one actually. It's actually 3:20 now, but it's an interesting one, this one. So I think Leo might have caught it before. I'll have a look back at the photos of his, or the video or whatever, but it's a wonky fish. You see sort of there, it's got a bulge in its stomach. If I turn it like that, you might be able to see. That's why I recognise it. I weighed it, and I think Leo's was about 8.8 and it's 8.9. So I think it might be. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put the answer down at the bottom now, on the KentCoarse caption, and we'll see if they had it before. So the answer's down below now, and I don't know yet, but there we are. Fish number 65. I'll show you the other side as well. Come off the right hand rod, which is a nice change. Shows both rods are working. On my liquid baits honey dumbbell. I think I'm onto corn now, to be honest. But there we are. Fish number 65. A wonky common that may be a pre-caught one. Sweet. Right then, here's a corn rig. Try to get focused on my hand there. I've got, that's just the normal rig really to the hook. We got 2 bits of shrink tubing, one to kick it over and one to change the angle of the bait. And then down from that we've got 2 bits of real corn and then 1 bit of yellow gardener zig foam, just sort of in corn size to make it critically balanced. And that's just going to go out same place as the right hand rod was before, and the left hand rod will be on that soon as well, because I am truly running out of bait now. Oh, right then, we got ourselves another 9 pounds and 1 ounces of common carp. A nice fish actually, taken on the left hand rod. It's been also switched over to a corn rig. I'll show you the right hand rod corn rig. This is on a very similar one, and he actually found a bit of pop-up corn. So I've got 2 bits of real corn, 1 bit to pop up, so it sits up like a little stack of 3, and baited up with a little bit of corn, and this one raced away. Lovely little fight. 9 pounds and 1 ounces of pristine common carp. Too many fish now. Let's put him back. Mr. Heron again. Pretty hard to get him in shot, he's so far away. There we are. Very out of focus, but I'm sure you can make him out there. Coming up to, what's the time? 8:10. And yeah, it's been very slow. I'm not quite sure why, but I just want to get to 70 and I'll be happy. But to do that, I think I'm going to probably have to find my baiting needle, which is the challenge I face at the moment.
Well, I shotgun taking a picture first.
Right, we got Tobin with his first ever carp.
Are you videoing now?
I've taught him how to hold it, yeah I am.
You think?
No, down a bit, down a bit, down a bit.
Down.
You got to be on your knees. So if you flip,
Get on your knees, boy.
Sweet, there we are. What was he, 8 pounds and 4 ounces? Sweet, you look pretty happy with that. Oh. Don't run away. Did you get a picture?
No, it's going.
Oh wait, pick him up and then actually take a picture, then we'll put him back. You did well that first time.
Go fast, boy.
Sweet, right.
Can I just throw him?
It's getting back. No.
Skim him.
No. Off the cuff, go.
Right, it's we're 1 hour into the fishing trip, and already I've embarrassed myself. I tried to cast and it went about that far, and then I lost the bait twice.
I think it
So I
landed at your
decided
feet.
to instead concentrate on what I know and what I do best.
Down to drink.
Yeah. Okay, we're well into the night. We've only caught one fish, which was just a bit of luck from Tobin, and now, yeah, we had a good barbecue. I'm feeling like going to sleep now because it's all a bit boring for me. I decided I don't like fishing and I don't really know what I'm doing here. Yeah.
Right, it's filming and I can't see anything, so you're going to have to work harder. Right, Atchison, lift the fish up.
It's bleeding. How do I hold it?
It's not bleeding.
It is bleeding. Oh no.
Oh, well, that happens sometimes. Right, I showed you. Okay, well, Atchison,
Yeah,
annoyingly,
oh,
has caught a tench, which is... There aren't very many in this lake, and I've always wanted to catch one from
it's
here.
really slippery.
Turn the strobe off. Okay, there we are. Little tench, probably £1.5 pounds, something like that. But it's a nice fish, actually. I'll take a still for you in a second so you can see it properly. But yeah, right hand rod, couple of grains of corn. He loved it.
He did love it.
Right, let's get a photo. Right then, it's morning and I had one more in the night, £6 or £7 common, left hand rod on that corn rig. Slowed down since I've gone over to corn. I'm not really sure why. I used to fish with corn all the time and I was very confident on it, but I'm starting to, you know, I've lost a bit of confidence in my corn fishing, but there we go. And so yeah, I had another one last night and I've just lost one on the right hand rod that went steaming off as we were cooking some breakfast. And it managed to get itself into a snag, and at first I thought it'd come off, and then I gave it a bit of slack line as I always do just to check, and it wrenched the rod tip round, so I picked it up again. It was still in the snag, and I was at that for like 20-25 minutes, and by the end it was definitely not on anymore. It truly mugged me off, and I had to pull for a break and the rig's come off, so I had a tiny rig up for that one. Both rods on corn obviously now, as I told you. So yeah, I'm on to 68 carp if you count the ones. I'm counting the ones my mates catch because, to be honest, you know, it's really me. But 68 carp and 1 tench, and so I really want 2 more carp before I go to make 70. That'd be really good. But yeah, I'm only here till 5 o'clock today, so really is getting towards the end now. But yeah, tie up a new rig and should be okay. Right, it's coming much later in the day now and it's getting a bit dire, to be honest. Rods won't go off. Food stocks have gone the way of bait stocks, they've run out. The milk went off. So I'm currently feasting on some black coffee and some rice pudding out the tin, which is actually delicious. It's one of the nicest things I've ever had. But I think I'm allowed to go home soon, so I've got to say I'm looking forward to it. As much as I love fishing, as much as I've enjoyed my time here, I've caught some nice fish. I've been very, very happy. I've got to say I'm looking forward to my own bed and things being clean and normal stuff. I really don't recommend 8 nights if you don't love your fishing, and well, if you love your home comforts, it's not the way to go. But I'm just going to enjoy my feast and ride the storm until I can go home. Absolutely the worst thing in the world when you're trying to pack up and the rain just starts. I have to bring everything back inside. The beds have been left out there. It's horrible. I think it's stopped now though. What a nightmare. Getting a bit dire now. I'm so low on food I'm eating oats out the packet. They're not very nice. Yeah.
Tastes like sawdust.
Right then, I wondered at the start if I'd ever say this, but it's the end of the session. 9 nights, 8 nights done down here. I've done 9 nights fishing in a row, so it'd be nice to get back to my own bed. I'm pretty happy, to be honest. 68 carp, 1 tench. That's pretty good for this lake. I mean, if I could give any advice to anyone thinking about going on an 8-day session, 8-night session, I wouldn't do a runs water. No. Energy-wise, I'm drained. I've literally got nothing left in the tank. Carrying all this stuff from the lake down to here was a killer. I mean, so much so that it's a 5:45. I'm not being picked up till 6:30, but I didn't want to do any more fishing, so I got everything packed up. Yeah, 68 fish, 6 doubles, 6 mirrors in there, and what was really pleasing, I think I had 2 fish off the top, and then I think 34 fish to 33 on the 2 rods. So, you know, both rods catching, liquid base boilies. I'm happy with the rigs, you know. It's a real confidence boosting session when everything comes together like this. Wind's picking up a bit. I'm not sure how this camera picks up wind, it's new. But I suppose I'll see on the edit. So yeah, cheers for watching. This is part 3, part 3. I don't know, it shouldn't be 4 parts. I'll edit it down so it's not. But yeah, cheers for watching. Hope you watched all 3. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Remember, I'm going to be doing winter back on new Speci, because remember I didn't get the winter 20 this winter, so I'm going back this coming winter. They're draining the lake in October, which if you look at the Wylands YouTube, you'll get to see that, and we'll be able to see what's really in there. They're taking out the smaller fish, so only doubles in there. It's going to be really worth fishing. So yeah, sweet. Just watching. I'll see you next time.